Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick refresher on the legislative branch, since that is who we're electing this year in November. The three branches of government: executive, legislative, judicial. Executive enforces the laws, legislative writes the laws, judiciary interprets the laws. So, legislative branch. Otherwise, are also Congress. Congress is broken up into two chambers. On this side, you have the House of Representatives. On this side, you have the Senate. I didn't put the line in the middle on purpose because there's different types of representation. The House of Representatives is based on population of a state. So, New York or California is going to have more reps than, say, Utah or Idaho. The Senate, every state, it's equal representation, so every state gets 2. So there's 100 members. Now the reps are going to have more specific needs for their people, right? They're broken up into districts. They're smaller groups of people. So like, a really rural area of Utah is going to have different needs than, like, say, Salt Lake City. So they break them up into districts, so then every group of people, in theory, get representation. And then the senators are more like just the state overall. House of Representative members serve for 2 years. Senators serve for 6. The Senate staggers the terms, so every 2 years we're re-electing about a third of the Senate. The leader of the House of Representatives is called the Speaker of the House. He is third in line to the president. So let's say the president and the vice president are killed. He is the Speaker of the House is the president. The Senate, well, the vice president is actually the president of the Senate, but the majority leader is who makes the schedule, who decides what they're voting on, what people they're taking confirmation hearings on, the whole thing. Special powers that each of them have. The main one that people are talking about recently that the House of Representatives has is impeachment power. The House of Representatives has the power to impeach federal officials, including the president. The Senate confirms all presidential appointments. For example, the FBI director has to be confirmed by the Senate. The Attorney General has to be confirmed by the Senate. Department of Homeland Security head has to be confirmed by the Senate. So the president makes a nomination, they have to sit in a confirmation hearing, and then the Senate votes whether or not to put that person to allow that appointment to go forward. It's not sexy, but the confirmation power of the Senate is extremely important. Okay, so how basically the two sides have to have consensus to make laws. So like the House of Representatives can present a bill, the Senate can present a bill. They can't present it to the president until it's the same. So that's why they negotiate back and forth. That's why they deal with their House members, their senators. They're all trying to get what they want out of it, right? So it can take a really long time to make a law. But once they have consensus, it gets sent to the president to sign. The president then can sign it and it becomes law, or he can veto it and send it back to Congress. At this point, Congress can also override the president's veto by re-voting on it and sending it straight into law. So there's a check and balance right there. So once the laws are up here, the judiciary interprets the law. So once the enforcement starts happening, these guys start having their say. They can also override both these guys by saying a law is unconstitutional and just shut the whole thing down. So, for example, if you remember the Muslim ban and how a federal judge blocked it, that's this branch. That is part of co-equal branches of government. So a federal judge can shut down anything the president or the Congress does if it's unconstitutional. So hopefully, I mean, it doesn't look very clear now, but hopefully that was helpful. And if you have any other questions, please let me know.